If you're a Whovian, you might have heard people talking about a thing called Big Finish. But you might have been thinking, what is Big Finish? Well, that's what I'm gonna explain in this video. Hello everyone, and this is a video where I'm gonna sort of tell people that have never listened to a Big Finish audio what is Big Finish. I made a video quite a long time ago called New to Big Finish, Start Here. You can listen, you can watch that video if you want to. I might leave a link in the description. But yeah, okay. So Big Finish is this company that makes audios with all of the doctors. Well, all of the classic doctors and the War Doctor. Well, they haven't made it yet. And they make different ranges. So there's the monthly range where they make one audio a month. So one audio a month since 1999. And then they have made quite a lot since. You can subscribe if you want to save money and stuff. Then there is, well, the only doctors there's in the monthly range is the 5th, 6th, 7th, and in the older monthly range audios, there's a couple of 8th Doctor audios. But later, the 8th Doctor then got his own range called the 8th Doctor Adventures, and I would really recommend it. Especially the first season. Well, all of the seasons are really good, but just they're great. And he's a brilliant Doctor on Big Finish. Big Finish, sorry. Yeah. I would really recommend listening to some of his audios. And then there is the Companion Chronicles. And the Companion Chronicles is basically this sort of thing. There we go. It's like, you know, the ordinary Big Finish audios are like, they're not like audio books, they are like audio adventures, they are like audio plays, they're not, they like the actors are in it. It's basically like taking a TV story and removing pictures. It's basically like that. And then the Companion Chronicles are like audio books, like Said the Doctor and Turned Around, if you know what I mean. Like there's narration and stuff. So, yeah. And they have made a lot of Companion Chronicles. Most of the Companion Chronicles are with the first 3 Doctors, but there is a couple with the later Doctors. So, yeah. Then they have made the 4th Doctor Adventures, and that's basically what it sounds like. Big Finish audios with the 4th Doctor. So, they have made 4 seasons so far, and there he travels with Romana and Leela and, yeah, basically them in his adventures, like the 4th Doctor Adventures. So yeah, then there is another range called The Lost Stories, and let's just find it. The Lost Stories, and basically the Lost Stories they are really interesting if you want to get into Big Finish, because basically, you know, the unproduced TV stories like The Nightmare Fair, Mission to Magnus, Leviathan, The First Sontarans, Thin Ice, you know, all of those unproduced Doctor Who stories that people really want to see, they've basically been turned into audios. And they've made 27 of them. Well, a bit more because there's some box sets. And I would really recommend them, especially if you're just starting your collection, because they are really interesting to get if you haven't listened to any Big Finish audios before, because it's basically like discovering new adventures. So they are really good. And they feel more like TV stories, so it would be a good place to start. And I think the 8th Doctor Adventures would be a good place to start as well, because it feels sort of a bit like a mix between David Tennant's era and Classic Who. Sort of, yeah. And then there's, that's basically the main ranges. There's a couple more, there's like the special releases, and that's basically some box sets that they release sometimes, and some audio adventures and stuff. So I hope this helped you if you didn't really know what Big Finish was. Yeah, and I can do an updated New to Big Finish start here if you want me to. But yeah, and a really easy thing if you want to see, if you want to get audios with like a particular doctor, there's this the third Doctor collected, the first Doctor collected, the second Doctor collected, fourth Doctor collected, the fifth Doctor collected, the sixth Doctor, etc., 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 with all of the Doctors, so the War Doctor and stuff. Even though the War Doctors, his audios haven't been released yet, but they will be released quite soon. But yeah, so I would definitely recommend getting into Big Finish. It's great. Yeah. So that's it for me, and bye everyone, and have a nice day.